Today, Taco Abajo had a show cause hearing in front of City Council.
And WSAV News 3's Meredith was there. She's joining us now live outside the restaurant.
That's right, Russ and Tina, and already there's a large crowd gathering behind me, and that should give you a little bit of an idea of what that outcome was today. Now, City Council voted 4-3 to give Taco Abajo a second chance and let them keep their liquor license. Now, I want to step out of the way so you can see what's going on here behind me. This line usually is completely around the block. It's still kind of early, but give it a couple hours and you would see just that. And literally right before you came up and took this shot, 2 police officers pulled up. You can see the Metro car that's parked out here in front of the line. The line was one of the things that landed them in hot water with the city, saying that there were security issues. Now, one of the biggest problems, though, that they had when they opened, they had it listed as a restaurant. Many city council members say no restaurant looks like this one, but a lot of clubs, however, that's a different story.
To me, restaurants are restaurants and clubs are clubs.
And Taco Abajo is really a restaurant on paper. And Thursday, Savannah City Council voted to allow owner Robert Huff to continue operating as is, even if they don't all agree with his business practices.
It's more going on in there than tacos. And the reality is it caters to a younger crowd, certainly a more volatile crowd. We need to have things for them to do. But if you don't have the proper controls in place, bad things happen.
Like an incident that happened April 13th when this man, an on-duty Savannah Metro officer, was attacked by 2 men while trying to clear out the establishment. Public safety and concerns of underage patrons are just some of the issues on the table for this cause hearing. But for Lisa Atwell, it's the noise.
I think it's those 3 factors that make that bar not conducive to having residential directly across the street.
Atwell owns the building directly across the street. The top floor she rents to vacation goers, and she says they usually get a lot more than they bargained for.
Eventually, after being told to get some off-duty police officers and to control his crowd, he sounds as if he's controlling it more.
But Huff says he's been in compliance all this time, and he's scrutinized unfairly.
We've been targeted because we are basically the last surviving establishment in town that still has under 21 people in it. They've always been watching, and we've tried to work as close as we can with the police department and the revenue department.
And as far as not being a good neighbor, he says the only thing that matters is running the business by the book.
We try to do what we can to be a good neighbor. They might not always agree with that, but we're trying to run a business that works for the most amount of people, and unfortunately, I think there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you.
So Taco Abajo still has that liquor license, saying they will continue operating as usual as a restaurant. Now, city council members tell me that every restaurant, bar, club, whatever, they're all watched, but Taco Abajo especially on Broughton Street. Meredith, WSAV News 3.